We're going to go through the interior of the boat. I'm going to be doing this by myself with the camera, so it might be a little bit off. You can see right there, there's a seat. That seat was actually up in the V-berth, and the previous owner took that out and made it into a storage locker, hanging locker with drawers. And it's very easily nice to be sit there. And here is the back seat itself of the boat itself. If you take these two brackets and switch them, the seat actually folds down so it's facing aft. And then underneath, you'll see there's storage. There's a shower hose that hooks up to the actual raw water, or not raw water, but the fresh water shower extension, which is right there. Inside this compartment here are the fenders, and two of the batteries are the two of the house batteries. And then after that, are two other batteries, one for the engine and one for the thrusters. The fenders you saw with all the lines go with the boat. Center compartment, of course, is for the engine access. As you can see, there's good access to the engine, and there's a raw water pump that was just installed a couple months ago. The previous owner burned it out, so I redid it and installed a new pump to replace the old one. This compartment here is again storage. The green bag there is a 50-foot shore power cord along with a pigtail, 30 amp pigtail, and in front of that forward is the 2500 watt inverter battery charger. And then you see, of course, storage there, and at the aft end is the controller for the swim taps. Go back here at the swim platform. Got a boarding ladder here. You just lift it up and drop it down. Move the seat back forward. And underneath here you have a propane tank for the stove. New propane tank, just put in a couple months ago. Make sure it stays maintained and cleaned and painted. That's basically the aft cockpit. And now we're going to go inside and I'll show you the main cabin. Okay, we're now entering the main cabin, and then to the right hand side you'll see there's a seat here that goes to the dining area that lifts up, and that exposes the DC battery switches and the AC panel for the boat. And down below is a quarter berth, and in this quarter berth basically it goes on back, and it actually has where it's storage, we use for storage. Again, like grandsons could sleep down there or whatever. But there's storage along the side, along the wall there, and there's a panel on the right hand side by that black bag that actually goes into some fuses. As you'll see, here's the dining table itself, and on top of that are manuals, the fuel log and maintenance log. This is talking about all the information from the Cutwater company itself, plus I got my insurance papers and documentation, everything else is in there, and then service manual for the 4BY2 180 horsepower engine. And then the file box up here has manuals for everything on the boat. When we first bought the boat, there was hardly any on board, so I downloaded them all and made this file box to keep them. As you see, the front seat with the pilot seat itself, where you drive from, you can put this forward. And as you can see, then it opens up the seat for the dining area itself then too. Very easy, just put it back and you're ready to go. You can see the bow thruster, both stern, forward and stern bow thrusters, the controls for the boat itself then too, and the radar / GPS system, and the Yanmar dials that give you all the information about the engine itself then too. On the port side, as you can see here, is the passenger seat. There's a little storage box up in front, and storage area for cups, and of course binoculars. You take this seat, you can move it forward. What it does is it gives you more space on the counter. Again, so when you're at anchor or at the marina, whatever else, it gives you a little bit more space for cooking. I built this box here, and we put our flatware inside there because there's no really drawer for the flatware. Down below, of course, you got storage above, storage below. Under the pilot seat, some more storage here. As we go back here, you've got the microwave oven, and then above that, and this heater. Here's a piece of starboard I built, and it sits over top of the stove, whatever else, to give you more space for in the galley when you need it, whatever else for cooking things. Of course, that can just be removed, and you can go ahead and cook your stuff on the stove itself then too. All right, that's the main cabin. We'll now then go to the V-berth. Okay, we're now going to go down into the V-berth. Take our time walking down here. You can see there's steps coming down, and on the left hand side there's a cloth covering a closet. It's a shade basically, or a curtain, and in behind that is drawers and a hanging locker and storage. Again, this is where that seat was I told you about before in the first video, that the new owner, or the previous owner, took out and made it into storage. We liked it because you could put a lot of clothes and stuff in there, and a lot of storage. Above that is a TV set, and that TV set swings around to the front so you can actually view it from the galley itself then too. And again, some more storage in the back there. As we move around into the V-berth itself, and again, all of the material that was used to make this closet was purchased from the Cutwater people, so it would look exactly like the rest of the material used in the boat. You can see along the side up there, there's storage there. Again, good lighting system down here. 4 ports. And then above. And underneath, of course, you have cushions. And underneath that, there's actually a table under there that you can sit down if you wanted to down here. We use it basically as the bedroom, so again, we had this custom-made memory foam mattress so we can put on top of it. Makes it a little bit more comfortable. Again, a nice V-berth. I'm 6'2", and I have no problem sleeping in it whatsoever. Just along the starboard side here is the head, and again, it's got one of the fancy sinks, and then storage underneath, and storage back behind the head itself then too. Then above that we have some boxes that'll stay here, and then a shelf for storage, and another little shelf along the wall. Behind the panel for the equipment is up here, and this gives you access to all the wiring, whatever else in too, for the GPS, the engine controls, and everything else as far as fuses and whatnot are concerned with the boat itself then too, for the DC system. There's a shower curtain that goes around, and that's located in that plastic bag down there along the wall next to the sanitation stuff for the head. The head itself, it's a brand new pump. Pump was just installed about 2 months ago, and I have replacement parts for the old pump, just haven't put it together. And that's the head. And let me turn the light off. And again, this is the V-berth, and I'll kind of show you up underneath here is the see where the pedestal is for the table itself then too. You can set the table up, move the cushions out of the way, and you can sit down in here as a little lounge area, or even to eat if you wanted to. So this is the V-berth, and that is the boat. I'm going to be going up now again into the main cabin. One more quick shot of the main cabin itself then. And as you can see above though too, there's also 4 hatches above, and of course opening windows on the side then too. Either open from the back or from the back or from the forward portion, whatever else in too. Get a lot of nice air while you're moving along. Thank you for looking at our boat. Have a good day.